ESPN family, I'm Zach.
And I'm Jill.
And this is Roadhouse Idiots. Alright, season 12, episode 15, Somewhere Between Heaven and Hell. What did you think?
It was pretty good. I love Hellhounds, and I always like the boys wearing glasses. I know that's such a vanity thing as an original takeaway, but I really do enjoy that. And I love Mark Pellegrino in this episode. He, to me, was the star of this episode. And I gotta give Mark Shepard, too, because the two of them have amazing chemistry off each other. And I loved watching their back and forth of, like, who's gonna trump who. And I thought that element of it was really good. So, basically, I liked a lot of elements. And there was really just one issue then that I had with this. And it was just, like, a small thing, but it bothered me. It was that Lucifer said he was going to eat Crowley's soul, which Crowley doesn't have a soul, right? Like, Crowley doesn't, like, if he did, it would be Ferragus. Like, Ferragus had a soul, and then he lost his soul, and he became Crowley, whose soul, I mean, I guess, like, he was getting part of his soul back in season 8, right? Like, you give a demon his soul back, but that transaction was never completed.
Yeah. So
I mean, but maybe there's an element.
Could be.
Because he has been a lot, like,
human than
to the boys since season 8.
Yeah.
But all in all, good episode. So let's go into it.
Okay, so takeaways for me, there's 3 things. Crowley has unofficially made Lucifer his bitch. That's number 1.
Yeah. Well, that's kind of already been happening, but, like, he, like, gave it to him tonight.
Number 2, Sam came clean to Dean about working with the British Men of Letters.
Which you knew
Dean
he
took it pretty
would.
Well. Dean took it pretty well.
Yeah, well, he just had the blow of, like, his mom doing it to him, and if he forgave his mother...
He's going to forgive his brother.
Like brother trumps mother.
I felt like there was this, like, oh no, the boys are lying to each other again. Oh my god, that's so bad. And I never really felt that way. I felt like, you know what, these two have been through a lot worse. This is nothing. So, Sam apologized for lying. He was sincere about it, and Dean forgave him. All is right with the world. End of story. And my third takeaway... We'll get back to that. My third takeaway is Castiel goes back to heaven.
Yeah.
And that's an interesting little...
I agree. That's a whole nother spiel. But let's go back and forth to the whole point of Sam telling Dean he's been working with the British Men of Letters, and the conversation, which I think helped, both when Sam and Dean were separated, usually, like, they get their parallel storytelling where a different character will reference something about something internal going on between Sam and Dean. In Crowley's case, he tells Dean, hey, look, you work with me and you don't really trust me, which helps set Dean up to accept Sam's choice.
Sure.
Sam was with Gwen, and Gwen was like, it would have been I was lying to him because it was easier for me, which set up for Sam, I should be telling my brother the truth. Yeah. I shouldn't go with what's easier.
Oh, yeah, no, they definitely needed a push
and the parallel storytelling. But that's not the point I want to take away from this, okay? The point that I want to take away from this is out of Dean's mouth, okay, guys? Straight from Dean, who the majority, and this is coming from someone, guys, I don't know if I've officially said it or not, but 100% my favorite character of this show since episode 1 has always been Dean Winchester. He's always been my favorite character. Like, I love the boys equally. I don't classify myself as, like, a Dean girl over a Sam girl. Like, I don't consider myself a girl of one of those. That's not really my thing. I like the boys equally, but Dean has always been my favorite character. I've always related to him the best. But I have found that the majority of the fandom who hates Mary, like, full-on hates Mary, and there's a lot of people out there who hate Mary, their biggest thing against her is they're like, well, how could she work with someone that, like, tortured her boys? And I'm like, they work with Crowley. Crowley, like, killed a bunch of people they saved. Like, he killed all these people. They work with Rowena. Rowena killed all of these people. Like, through the years, the boys themselves have worked with people that are not trustworthy, that have killed innocent people, that have tortured them. And also, if we're talking about like that, people who love Dean also tend to love this guy over here. And how about like season 7, where Castiel's just like, Sam, you know what? I'm sorry, season 6, end of season 6, those seasons blur to me. And like Castiel just like completely rips apart the wall that's like holding Sam's noggin together. Mm-hmm. So if you can forgive them for that, if that's your reasoning for not liking Mary, it's kind of nothing that these boys haven't already been doing. That was my takeaway. Mm-hmm. Like, as Dean said, like, we work with Crowley, who is evil. He's still evil. I know the lines get blurred because of the good he's done, but that's the same as the British Men of Letters. Like, okay, yes, they kill a lot of people and they tortured Sam, but they've also done a lot of good through saving lives. Well, Crowley now does a lot of good through helping the boys, but if we want to look at his kill count, he has killed some people that are very dear to the boys. He went back and like made a list, started one by one killing the people that they saved. He held Lisa and Ben hostage, and like made it so Lisa ended up like, he didn't order Lisa to actually be stabbing herself of the demon, but like that whole relationship, he's done his fair share of bad, and the boys work with him. I'm not saying the Men of Letters are good, and I really like this setup of Dean telling Sam that the second these boys, that the British Men of Letters seem shady, that we turn, that we walk away. Because I think that's going to happen with this explosion, because now it looks like we almost have 3 sides. We've got Crowley's side hunting this Lucifer love child. We've got, and he wants to do it for the purpose of torturing Lucifer. And then we've got Castiel, who is now on a separate side than the boys, because he's heaven, and that's going to transition to our heaven talk in a second. Mm-hmm. And then we've got the British Men of Letters, which is currently Sam and Dean, but I have a feeling that that's going to split into a 4th side. Yeah. So we've got like these parties, and then we've got Yellow Eyes, our prince lady. Princess. The
name doesn't
and
come to me.
She is also like, so this is obviously where our season finale is headed. It's gonna be this epic battle of showdowns of all the big dogs.
That's where it's going.
But yeah, let's talk about our 3rd side now, because Cass is also lying to the boys. Yeah,
so he went to the playground and went back to heaven, and that's gonna take a little bit of an interesting turn. I recall before the season started, they were doing like press junkets and Comic-Con panels and such, and 2 of the things that I got out of that were, one has come true and the other has not. The one that has not come true is that the episodes are going to be scarier, and they haven't been.
Though that there was a couple that were intended to be scary episodes.
Well, they missed the mark there. That's fine. They've been excellent episodes, but they just missed the mark on what the intention was, I think. The second thing was that Castiel was going to revert back to more of a season 4 cast, and now
I have seen that.
I think that really started when, he killed Billy, which, what cosmic consequences?
Like
that's still on the table.
Yet to play out.
But now with him going back to heaven, I think we're really gonna see, more of that, militant Cass from season 4.
Well, it's interesting. I think he's getting a little bit of, as to quote Misha, mojo back. But I think it's different now, too, because he has such an alliance with the boys, whereas before he felt a connection with Dean and Sam via Dean. but he didn't have, the emotional fondness that he does now, whereas now he considers them all family. So it'll be interesting. It's going to be the old cast, but with the new emotions of Castiel. And that's sort of a concept that I think is really cool, and I want to see more of him shining in that element of being a badass, but also having this relationship with the boys.
Yeah. And Lucifer's a bitch. All right.
Just can't get over saying that enough. Oh, man. I don't know what I want to rate this.
I have one. I've got one. I think I got my number.
I don't know.
I think I got my number.
All right, I got my number.
Okay.
All right.
Ready?
Yeah.
6.
7.
So 6.5.
So 6.5 Impalas.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Decent episode. I enjoy the Hellhounds. I enjoy the boys in the glasses. And there was some hysterical one-liners. The best being...
Oh, let's not forget. Now. We had a little Lucille cameo.
Oh my god.
That was excellent.
And it was just like the second I was like, what are they doing with the that? What are they seriously doing? And then for me, like, throwing in about John loving the back-to-back-to-back thing, like, oh.
Like I said, it's not a matter of but if, but when.
I know, but I don't want it.
That.
Like, here's the deal.
Oh, but it's not going to happen.
I feel like it's going to happen when the show's coming to an end. And so...
Oh, do we want to talk about that?
When the show's coming to an end?
I read an interesting article, and it was like a
video. It
was a theory, and I could actually kind of see it coming to fruition. So... The theory, I don't know if I agree with it, but I think it's pretty good, is that the whole British Men of Letters thing is going to go into next season, right?
Yeah, so, like, they're not going to just disappear.
Right? So the cliffhanger at the end of this season is going to be, the spawn of Satan, Lucifer's little love child. And the whole British Men of Letters thing is going to culminate in a successful extinction of all supernatural creatures.
I don't think all of it is going to end by this season. They can't.
No, not this season. I'm saying
That's the end goal.
Next season. It would not surprise me if next season was the last season. Might not be.
I don't think it. No, don't say those horrible words.
Could
I don't think so. I don't think so. They got renewed super early. I don't think so. No.
We'll see.
Not yet. Next season will not be our last season. So without that, but here's what I will give you. It does open up, and this is a whole nother video topic for another day, with the British Men of Letters mission. Before the British Men of Letters came into this picture, and if you've ever been to a convention, and if you've asked either Jensen or Jarrett how they thought the show would end or how they would like to see it end, it usually would come to the conclusion of with Sam and Dean both dying. And that's Jarrett has said that for years. He feels that they both have to die because he feels that if one of them was alive, they would just keep working to bring the other one back, and that if they were still alive, then the story would keep going, but we just wouldn't get to watch because they're not going to stop hunting. Mm-hmm. But if you could eliminate all the monsters, it does open up the possibility that the show could end via that way. Also, could open up the possibility that the boys have also talked about a lot that they would love to...
We want to get to 300 episodes.
Not that. That they would love to make a movie when the show is done. Yeah. So if Sam and Dean don't die when the show ends, and the monsters are gone, the show could end, and the movie could be something coming back. See what I'm just saying, there's options out there, but I don't want to talk about that stuff because I don't like to think about supernatural ending.
That's years down the road.
Years. Not next year. Years down the road. Don't let him filter you with this scariness. Guys, before we get to our normal wrap-ups, there is a campaign going on.
Yep.
Oh my Chuck! It is Rob Benedict's campaign, and it is on Creation Stands, the same one when we told you about like the Rowena sleigh shirts, and Kim and Brianna do theirs on Creation Stands, and actually the Love campaign was Creation Stands campaign as well. for a portion of these proceeds, they are going to the Stroke Association.
National Stroke Association.
And obviously, because Rob Benedict has personal experience with that, and he's done a whole lot to spread awareness and raise money for the Stroke Association ever since he's had his stroke. Obviously, thank goodness, he's doing well. You can get your shirts there. It's got Rock God on it. Some pretty cool shirts, necklace, beanie. But you can also, on the Creation Stands website, buy for like $2.99. So like nothing outrageous. This is not, you don't have to have a lot of money, but you can buy the cover, Rob Benedict's version of Fare Thee Well, which obviously was the song he sang last season.
2 seasons.
Last
it was
season.
in the last season.
Which he sang last season when God came back, and like when they with the Samulet and that whole song, which is my favorite Rob Benedict song. If you watched our Pits SPN LoveCon review, you heard me say that my favorite part of the Saturday Night Special was when he sang that song a cappella. So if you would like to have that song on your iPod dock, you can head over to creationstands.com and you can get yourself the Rob Benedict song. You can also get yourself some swag. So be sure to check that out if you are interested. All right, guys. In the comments below, I want to know, who do you think is going to be the side that has the leg up on Lucifer's Child? Like, which of the 3 parties is going to track this down first? The Angels?
Oh, no.
Crowley? Or the French Man of Platinum?
We're all going to converge at the same time.
Right, but like...
That's what's going to happen.
Okay, so like, are they going to agree?
It's going to be a tie.
Are they going to agree? If that's the case, though, are they going to agree? Like, are they going to work together? Or is there going to be disagreements?
There will be disagreements.
Okay, between
you don't have a TV show without disagreements.
But who? I want to know who the disagreements. Like, who's going to work together? Who's going to agree with each other? And who's not going to agree with each other?
I feel like there's like a movie that I can make reference to, but it's not coming to me. But
this is like
it's going to be a tie, and they're all going to disagree with each other.
Oh my gosh.
That's
Do you agree with Zach's prediction? Let us know. Also, guys, you can follow us on Facebook and Twitter.
Twitter.
In the description box below are our links. We've both been trying to be more active on them. I'm going to be honest with you. If you're going to follow us on one or the other, do the Twitter, because the Facebook, usually we're posting our videos and stuff, but we're not as good about posting stuff on Facebook.
Honestly,
Facebook is tough. But Twitter, we are
Twitter's
on there.
A better
and if you...
platform
yes,
for that.
And also,
Facebook,
a few of you have tweeted us, and we do our best, especially right now since it's small enough that we're able to respond to you on Twitter. So if you ever have a question, you can tweet us. If you remember, use the hashtag SPNRI for our Roadhouse Idgits family page. And if you want to check out these videos every week and never miss a video, you can subscribe to join our Roadhouse Idgits family. We'd be more than happy to have you. Guys, thanks so much for stopping by the Roadhouse.
Carry on and have a wayward week.